Hey everybody, I'm TecToss and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron. We're playing as Italy and, well, I got an announcement first. Probably can hear it in my voice. I'm pretty sick for this weekend. So maybe episode's gonna be a little bit shorter and maybe there's gonna be some coughing or sniffling breaks. I apologize for that in advance, but I think you'd rather tolerate that than skip an episode, right? So that's why I'm still recording. I don't know if I'm gonna get through that, but if I don't, then this episode isn't online, so there's no point in bringing that up, right? Right. Anyway, let's get to it. We got a lot of work to do. Mainly drive the British... Well, first, let's get the game running. Mainly I want to force the Brits to kind of answer the threat that I propose here. Of course, want to take away the harbor. Hopefully, after we get... where is it? Yeah, after we get these convoys finished, I hope we can establish a supply route to Oran and stop the air supply. Though I don't know if it's gonna be enough, because this here is just... Well, it has a decent infrastructure, but naval base is pretty much laughable, so I don't know. Probably gonna have to supply my troops with the only transport plane. And if I could do it over, I would likely have produced a couple more of these planes, because they really prove useful when you do these kinds of invasions. Because once my troops run out of supply, they're just stuck. And if that happens when you do it with Marines, and you can't conquer your target harbors, then pretty much those units are dead. They're just gonna sit in the water. As you saw happen to the British in Saudi Arabia, they had a couple troops there that just had no way to get supplied, and they just died without any resistance. Oh, excuse me, here it comes. So that's one task. The second one being reorganizing the Russian front. As I said, I want to have some maybe light defenses here. Nope. Artillery, that needs to go up way more though, yep. Not sure if I'm gonna go for the anti-aircraft though, I don't think... We do have the interceptors and the Russians don't have that much aircraft, so I don't think that's gonna be a problem, though the artillery needs to go up and up and up. That was... yeah. Just inexperience on my part. I forgot that these techs exist, so we should be pretty far behind on those. It's 42 and we're still messing around with a 1938 tech, so kind of playing like the Chinese in that sense. We do need to bring that up to speed, so no way I can skip on those techs. But we're fine on leadership anyway. Disrupting national unity, very good. Could support... I don't know. It's fine like that. They seem to have a big riot problem anyway. Only have 14 leadership, wow. A lot of dissent. So that's gonna cut into their economic, like, significantly. And national unity is still pretty high, but I think we can bring that down as we focused fully on disrupting it. Here we go, first unit out of supply, though it's fine, it doesn't seem like they want to push down here. They're retreating their forces, I guess due to the German pressure. And we kind of reorganized now, so let's see what we got here. We got 3 units there. 2 for the infantry armada. What's the third one? Oh, you're... Okay, so I guess we can like move one of these guys out. And here we have way too much. Let's just move these guys down here. What are you doing there? 2 HQs. I can only... Where's their third? Oh, whatever. Should be all here. Not sure if I actually wanna... Let's look at the infrastructure map. Yeah, I do want to have that. Alright, never mind. I do want to have Krasno... Oh god. Krasnoarmysk. Yeah, I really gotta respect the Russians for being able to pronounce that. There's probably some tricks to it that you don't know if you don't know the language. Anyway, let's push them back a little more. I think. Is there any obvious encirclement that I'm missing on? No. Seems like they pulled most of their troops. Well, there are some troops here, but most of them, yeah, most of them seem to pull back towards the border here. So that's pretty good for me, because like if the Russians focus on me... Oh, by the way, just make sure... Okay, no pop-ups. If the Russians focus on me, I'm gonna get, like, squashed. But they don't, so that's pretty good. Just push that back. And these guys can rest up a bit. You two belong to the mixed corps, right? Yeah, you do. So I think we'll use you as defense, likely up here. Likely up here. Oh, what are you doing there? Do we have some interceptors that are bored? Yep, we do. They can't reach there, though. Damn. Is there an airport in here? Obviously there isn't. Well, that's great. I guess we have to capture Rostov-na-Don, which shouldn't be too hard. Shouldn't. Famous last words, though. Let's take a couple tanks and actually push on there. Let's see. How are we doing there? Come on. Oh, shoot. Okay. We'll just stop the attack, because that's just ridiculous. Likely I want to have a two-front attack. It's gonna make that a little bit easier. We only have 2 units there. Why is that so hard? God damn. Apparently they really caught up in tech. That's what's hurting me. Alright. At least we got this here, so that's good. You guys... Alright. How can I see who's moving and who's not? Apparently I can't see that. I guess... we'll just wait until they move through, I guess. If we select everybody that has no... Okay, so we got that. Move these guys up. And out of these, we're gonna pick a tank and maybe like a mixed force. And push through here. That's gonna be our invasion force for Rostov-na-Don. Oh, okay. We can move up 1 or 2. I guess. Huh. Anyway, how are we doing against the British? Pretty good. Pretty good. We captured the harbor. Is there a supply route? There we go. No, but they seem rather well supplied. I don't know. Where is my... transports here. Yeah, these guys seems pretty well rested. So let's rebase. Or actually, can we... No, let's rebase them here. I don't know. If we rebase them there... Let's see if we can't patrol... Yeah, we could. Let's patrol the coast there. Oh, finally! Leningrad has fallen. Birthplace of the Russian Revolution has fallen to the advancing German forces. Sporadic fighting can still be heard from the suburbs, but a strange calm has settled over the rest of the ruined city. Columns of German soldiers march past St. Isaac's Cathedral, whose great dome, painted grey earlier by the Soviets to avoid the attention of marauding bombers, is riddled with bullet holes and shrapnel impacts. That's a pretty grim picture. But such was the war in the East. Not pretty. Not even close to pretty. Alright. I wonder what they're doing there. We just hope that there's no partisan pop-up or whatever in the... Oh, it's actually... There's just one infantry here. I wonder... Yeah, no, we're gonna keep the front line like this. This is actually good for us. As opposed to... Okay, can move up you. As opposed to, like, if we push in here, the Russians can attack us from 3 provinces. And like this, it's the other way around. And I'd much rather have it the other way around. Alright, we don't need the tanks here. So... Well... Actually, I could try and encirclement there. Let's do that. Once they move their troops here, let us try to encircle that. Look at those guys. What are you guys trying to? Attacking me here? That's nice. Yeah, so one infantry is moving. Oh, yeah, that's this one. So, let us select a couple like so, maybe? Move them up. Yep, that's looking good. Are we winning or losing? We're definitely losing, though. They're supporting attacks here. So how about we give them some... some resistance. Oh, what's happening here? You're stopping your attack. We do have... excuse me, guys. Ah, god damn it. And good boy that I am, of course I'm sick on the weekend, because can't have my employer lose money to my sickness, right? I need to be well on Monday again, so I can work and spend my weekend sick. It's not frustrating at all. No, no, no. Okay, so we got reduced delay between attacks, and I think that's gonna be enough for now. What do we want to go for? I think the mass assault is pretty good. Though this here is also helpful. Yeah, let's go for this first. Nah, mass assault is just better. We have a lot more infantry, and I think I'm gonna refocus on building it. Infantry, that is. Okay, we're advancing here and here. Not sure if we actually still need the Marines. Not sure. What's happening here? Did we sink some ships? Apparently not. I think this here can take almost anything the British can throw at us. Only problem is we need to be mindful and watchful, because after one fight we definitely need to retreat those guys and repair them up. So this seems to have worked though, look at that. There's only one more garrison here, so maybe if I retreat the Marines now... Well, let's actually move you one ahead. If I retreat them now, it should be possible. Possible to actually invade Casablanca down there. Let's see, let's select you. Can we move them all? Yep, we can. I don't know, there's a little bit too many HQs for too little... let's just try the invasion there. Too many HQs for too little actual troops. Let's see. Alright, go Hungary. I hope they actually help out, but... see how it goes. Alright, so now we can actually do a little attack support. And that should make this fight a whole lot easier. Oh no, it doesn't. Why not? Just a little infantry, I guess the... Wow. Yeah, Russians really caught up in tech. like the stalemate situation here. I don't have more troops that I could spare protecting the border. Okay, so now we're actually gonna press forward here. Try the encirclement. I don't think it's gonna work, but whatever. And if they're gonna attack us from two fronts, we can push up here. We can... yeah. Should be fine. Okay, where's my bombers at? So we got two bombers here that could help out there. So let's ground attack those guys. And we got one bomber that could help out here. So let us do just that. And the Marines are already out of supply. God damn it. How's my transports doing? Well, they're getting repaired. Yeah, I want them repaired first. Before actually gonna rebase them. So let's focus on the Russian front for a while. The fighting the English is gonna be very slow in that infrastructure that we're fighting them in. What's happening here? We're losing? Okay, we're winning this one. So I guess we'll first win that, and then we can actually... there we go. That's great. So bring everybody in here. And now we should... like, we should win this one here handily. Yep, we're doing that. Just one tank. Come on, that should not be as... that should actually lose it pretty clearly and decisively. Ay, ay, ay. I imagine I do hate having a cold. Really hate that. Alright, so let's... well, actually... I can move, like... I have this one guy. Let's bring you here. Strategically redeploy, even though it's not worth it for one tile, but whatever. And we can just need one here. So let's swap out like that. Just keep my front lines tight, because excuse me. If the Russians start pressing, we need, like, the point where you really have lost is if the defenders go down in organization and the Russians keep pushing. Like, if you get no time to rest. So you really need to watch your organization and supplies, and you really need to watch that you have an even front line with them. If you see a breach, you either try reinforce it or reorganize your front line, because at this point it looks pretty like we're steadily advancing, but this can turn so freaking fast if we just lose the wrong battle. And oh, what happened here? Do we need that much? Yeah, we do need that much. I don't think we need that much here, though. How we're doing on... Oh, you're struggling now, huh? That's very good. Let's have one counter-espionage, because I don't want them to gain any land on us. Replenishment. Yeah, I think that should be okay now. Let's focus on the positioning. There we go. Ah, now we got a nice station for our interceptors. So let's rebase them here. I don't think the Russians are gonna take them anytime soon. Take the city back anytime soon. So we could now finally provide some air support to our troops. And I think the bombing's mostly stopped. There we go. Though the encircling likely not gonna work. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I thought this here is like a... It's just a regular river, so there's no way we can use that to encircle. And there's no victory points here anyway. Don't know what the hell I was thinking. How's the Germans doing? Steadily advancing. Oh, that's good. They secured a little bit of perimeter around Leningrad, because I think the Russians will soon get a little boost in strength and manpower. So it's good that the Germans actually... Yeah, this is looking pretty good so far. Alright, these guys should be rather... Oh god, excuse me. Good infrastructure here. Or good is a... well, maybe not the word you use to describe that, but it's okay. Redeploy the offensive HQs. You as well. That one. Well, let's actually keep them here. The mixed core. Yeah, I think you need to get up here. Oh, actually, no. We need you here as well. Where's the mixed core? That one is a tank destroyer core. We just redeploy you here. You can go there. There's my mixed core. So I think I want these guys... actually, here's fine. Strategic, please. Here is fine. Not sure how we're gonna proceed from here, though. That 1-1. Don't need the tank here. Oops, wrong button. Alright, we're steadily sinking the British supply. That's pretty good. And, how's that? Let's just do this like so. Okay, now, 1 HQ, 2 troops. I think, well, we could actually move you up there. What are you doing? Oh, I loaded up the wrong HQ. That's pretty much... let's just detach these guys. And where you belong to. Detach you as well. Okay. Now we got 1 HQ that has nothing in it, so we can disband you. And we got 1 HQ that only has 1 infantry division, so we can... which one is that? You're the 1st Corps, and you're the 11th Corps. Yeah, so we're gonna detach these guys and reattach to the 1st Corps, right? Yep. So we can save another HQ. There we go. That's much better. And now we'll just take the army, put them on the boat. Where's the army? Put the army on the boat. There you go. And actually rebase here. And I'm gonna... not sure what I'm gonna do with the Marines. I think I'm gonna referry them to Gibraltar. And from there launch a couple invasions. Depends on how the British will react to my tactics, though. And how fast these guys get repaired. 60 each day. That shouldn't be so much. Like, it shouldn't take so long for these guys to get repaired, because it's just transports after all, so... we didn't quite get the Navy into a decent fight yet. But it will happen. I think I just hope the Americans can't send their big carrier fleet over here. That would be quite disastrous. So, like I said, it's very risky what I'm doing here. Not quite sure if that's actually a good idea, but if you don't try it, you will never learn, right? So, that's my philosophy here. Okay, so now we got the tanks up there. Not sure how we're gonna proceed there. Maybe if I can push my front line up to here, we might actually, it might actually work. I'm gonna try that in the next episode though, because that's a little bit, like we could either, I could shorten my front line a little by pushing the Russians up here, connect to the German border, and we'll just have like a front along the river. And from there launch on Stalingrad. Or I do as I said and pull back the troops just enough so we keep the good infrastructure behind the river as a supply route and just launch a spearhead towards Stalingrad. I'm not sure which one actually is better. But yeah, my voice is already failing. I'm feeling lightheaded, doesn't even come close to describing that. So sorry guys for a little shorter episode than usual. And probably slower pacing and hard to stomach voice, but such is, well, the way of having a damn cold on the weekend, I guess. You guys, I hope you're healthy and well, and you enjoy your weekend, or whatever day of the week you're watching this. And see you around for the next episode. Until then, goodbye.